What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mental Health Mondays on the Nerdy Mark channel. Now, first things first, if you hear some noise in the background, that's because it is raining heavily. I don't know if you can hear the thunder outside, but that's what it is. Okay, so today, this is what I want to talk about. So I think I put it up on social media. I kind of was really like hyping it up, I guess. But I did get yesterday, which was Sunday, I got my second COVID shot. It's right here. I'm not gonna show you. It's right here. They pricked me right there. But I got my second shot yesterday, and first of all, I'm doing all right. I actually came back from work and took plenty of rest. I was able to go to work today. It was so, which is a good thing. So, thank God, right? But I'll tell you this, man. Like when I first came home from the vaccination place, like this whole arm, like it was feeling really cold, and I got chills a little bit when I got home. Still honestly feeling a little bit cold. That's why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. But I came home. I came home and I crashed for like 2-3 hours straight. I was out like a light. But I wanted to talk mainly about COVID and how it affected us mentally. Now, obviously, we're still under quarantine, but it looks like things are slowly but surely starting to open up here in the United States. I don't know how it is wherever you're watching this. I don't know how it is. I know if you're in Europe, I know that it is gotten a little bit pretty bad over there. I know in India, where I'm from, it's just gotten really terrible. Like, I mean, they had the first wave of COVID hit, and and everybody and then it went away because everybody followed social distancing. Everyone stayed home, did what they had to do, and pretty much the virus seemed to be eradicated from that country, from India. But shortly after, because they opened up everything, shortly after, the COVID-19 hit India like tenfold, and now people are struggling to breathe and get actual like real life oxygen over there, and that's just been something that's been really it definitely affects me, and it's very close to me. So I think there are some fundraisers and stuff. I know there's one fundraiser that I donated to. If I will put that link in the description below. Please do donate how much ever you can. But the reason why I wanted to talk a little bit about COVID-19 is because in this past year and a half, right? Yeah, about a year and a half. It's been about a year and a half since. Well, actually, no, it's been a year since COVID hit, and America was in lockdown. Now, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of things, especially last year, 2020, a lot of things happened, I mean, we had, obviously, we couldn't go out anywhere, we couldn't see anybody, we had, the whole, everything going on with the protests and the riots, which I myself talked about on this channel a little bit. I didn't get political, but I just talked about how I felt and how it was making me feel. Now, I'm just telling you that is one of the biggest reasons. I think I talked about this, but it's one of the biggest reasons why I didn't post a lot in 2020. I mean, right now I'm not posting much just because I'm still trying to, make sure that I'm focused on the job. I'm on a 90-day probation period over there, and I want to make sure I'm doing my part well. I mean, even after that, I have to make sure I do my part well. But I know that once that tension is not there, I'll be able to be more effective in making videos. I mean, I'm really trying to work out my schedule properly here, and all that good stuff. So we'll see. I mean, I know that I have a couple of reaction videos planned, so I'll probably put them out sometime this week. Anyway, a lot of things affected my mind. A lot of things just, things that were beyond my control. Let's just say that things that were beyond my control, I did let it affect me. And I made a promise this year that I wasn't going to do that anymore. Because it's simple. We can't control everything. We feel so helpless. There are times where you feel so helpless. You see everything on the news. You see everything going on out in the streets. And we feel so helpless. But you have to understand that there's only so much we can do. But if we take care of ourselves, if we look after our mental health, right? I think we're at least one step closer to the right direction. Obviously, with COVID, the vaccine is here. So it looks like by the end of this year, early next year, hopefully, we'll be back to some semblance of normalcy, So we'll see. I mean, again, I don't know what the CDC is saying right now. I think that we need to still be vigilant, obviously. But anyway, things that are not in our control, you can only do so much. Yes, you can sign petitions, you can read about them, read about what's going on, get yourself educated, whatever. But but there's no way that we physically can go back in time and stop certain incidents from happening. I wish there was a way. I really do. I mean, whenever time travel becomes possible, maybe we'll see. Ooh. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was a loud one. Thunder strike, thunder sound, right? Anyway, but no, there's a lot of things that's not in our control, and there are things that are in our control. What we can worry about is the stuff that's in our control, and making sure that we're not affected by it, right? So it's just one of those things that really, it's definitely tough to talk about. But I want to make it an open area here to talk about it. But I remember when I heard about all those things, all those terrible things happening last year, I went off of social media for 2 whole weeks. I said, I can't take this anymore. And it was not so much because of the event. It was just because of that event, because of certain events, all that division and animosity towards each other as human beings, that got to me more than, what happened. And that's the thing, it's just some maybe it's just me, but that's what really got to me. When when the death of one of the reasons I started doing this whole series was the death of Hana Kimura, rest in peace. Joshi pro wrestler, part of the now defunct faction in Stardom known as the Cyber Squad, I believe. I know my buddies Tim and John can correct me if I'm wrong. But that's stuff like that just completely shattered me. And if I can, and that's why I said if I can at least, help one person, through these videos, my job is done. But that's the whole idea behind Mental Health Mondays. But anyway, thing is, with COVID-19, we had so many things that, made us question our sanity almost. We're staying at home all day and, we have nothing to do. So it's definitely can be very, very hard. So I'll say this. We have to think that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We have to keep that in mind that, it's only going to get better from this, from here. This too shall pass. That's something that we have to remember. So, obviously we can do our part and get vaccinated, do social distancing until they say, it's safe to go out again, and do whatnot. Now I know some of us are not big on vaccines. That's it. again, yes, your body, your choice. I don't care. But, you know, it's just so, it's just one of those, it was just one of these big events that made us feel so down. But yet we found ways to entertain ourselves. We found ways to, you know, keep ourselves happy. And I feel like a lot of us maybe had stronger bonds with our families. So that's there. But, you know, hopefully, like I said, this passes. Hopefully this, you know, it doesn't last too much longer. Like I said, you know, now with the vaccine, hopefully majority of you get it. And let's just do our part in making this world safer again. But that's pretty much all I have to say. I know it was more of a PSA. I didn't really know what to talk about. I'm still a little bit, you know, out of it just because of my shot. But I thought I'd still go ahead and make this video for you guys because, you know, it's important, I think, to talk about. You know, it's the big elephant in the room, which is COVID-19 and how that affected our mental health, right? But anyway, thank you for watching another episode of Mental Health Monday. This is Sid, the Nerdy Mark, wishing you all a good mental health. Take care.